Hey everyone, Shabim here and welcome back to our first pay-per-view here for Impact Wrestling in our WWE 2K19 Universe mode. This is Unbreakable, and this should be a pretty fun show. And here we go then, our opening match of the evening. It is our Tag Team Championship match. And yes, as a surprise, we have the debuting American Alpha here in Impact. Wow, that's a bit of a turn up for the books, wasn't it? So you've got American Alpha, we have got Beer Money, we have got the Hardy Boys, who seems to be back on the same page after what happened last week on Impact. Where was it? I'm getting confused now. Was that an Impact? I'm confused. Yeah, I'm getting confused now. I thought that we had a moment with the Hardy Boys. They're on none of the other rosters, are they? I don't know. My mind's gone blank. I thought we had a match, right, with the Hardy Boys in. But there was a bit of an argument at the end because they lost. They're not part of Ring of Honor. Not part of AEW. Not part of New Japan. I don't know. Let's just ignore that then because I was pretty sure that was the case. Anyway, we have got a fatal four-way tag team elimination match. So the same sort of stuff applies as normal. We've got 4 teams. Eliminations occur, but both members of the team have to be eliminated for the full team to be eliminated. And the last person standing, not necessarily team, but the last person standing will win the tag team championships for their team. So this should be pretty interesting then. We've got a really fun card for you tonight, involving, of course, crowning all 3 of our Impact champions. We've got the Tag Team Championships here. We have the X Division Championship later. And as you all know already, the main event this evening will be that triple threat. Will be AJ Styles versus Samoa Joe versus Chris Daniels. Oh, crossbody attempt there by Alex Shelley, just sidestepped by Chad Gable. I did very well. I've started this video off really disjointedly. I'm not been able to talk properly, am I? There we go. We'll get going. And here we go then, and of course, as you see, a surprise debut here, making their debut in Impact Wrestling. We have got American Alpha. They're joining Beer Money, the Motor City Machine Guns, and the Hardy Boys to fight to become the first Impact Wrestling Tag Team Champions. So, 4 very interesting teams here. Of course, this is a fatal 4-way tag team elimination match. So, as we've seen many times in the past, we will have 4 teams. Everybody in the team has to be eliminated individually, and the last person or the last team standing will walk away as the tag team champions, the first tag team champions here at Impact. Now, I was hoping to have LAX as part of this, but there just isn't a great LAX set of cores on the Community Creations. A decent set, but not a good set. So I'm going to keep an eye out for that because I would like to use them because I think they've actually left Impact now, but by all accounts, they are being looked at strongly by both WWE and by AEW. So it'll be interesting to see what happens there. But this is going to be a pretty cool match. The whole show is pretty awesome tonight. Of course, we know we've already got this Tag Team Championship match. We're also crowning the X Division Champion in an 8-man elimination scramble match. And then also in our main event, as you already know, we've got the triple threat between AJ Styles, Samoa Joe, and Christopher Daniels. Sandwich in the middle of those matches, we've got Jay Lethal versus John Morrison, as we discussed the other day. And we've also got Pentagon Jr. going one-on-one against Eric Young. So, pretty interesting one for you. Pretty fun night, and of course this is only one of the 2 pay-per-views we're uploading today. We'll also have our very first Progress Wrestling show, so keep an eye out for that later on as well. It's been a pretty busy weekend, actually, because we've got, of course, we uploaded our first Shimmer episode yesterday alongside Lucha Underground. We are uploading Unbreakable here today alongside our first Progress show. Tomorrow we'll have our second Progress show along with a Pro Wrestling Guerrilla show, as well as the first retro show as well. So, absolute ton of content for you this weekend. So hopefully you guys are ready to watch as much as you want. James Storm now with the German suplex on Jason Jordan. With American Alpha making their debut in Impact, it'd be interesting if we could align them alongside Kurt Angle, who I think will be returning to Impact as well. I did have it down as Kurt Angle and Sting to come straight back in. I thought I don't really want to utilize them too heavily too quickly. I think we'll use them as specials to bring in here and there, but I don't think wrestling week in, week out is the right move for those. There's just so much action going on. I'm trying to concentrate on something to give you commentary on it, but there's just so much going on. I'm struggling to get onto top of things. There's a pin. I think that's on Jeff Hardy by James Storm. And it is our first elimination. Jeff Hardy is gone. We're down to just one Hardy boy now. As Bobby Roode with a pin on Jason Jordan. That's a member of the American Alpha gone as well. So Beer Money. Strong moment for them there. Eliminating 2 men. And if they can get rid of one of the members of Motor City Machine Guns, they're going to be in a very strong position, because now at the moment we've got 1 Hardy Boy and we've got 1 American Alpha. 2 Motor City Machine Guns and 2 Beer Money. So there's a lot going on, but there is the glorious DDT, and oh no, Chad Gable's foot was under the rope. Referee made him break it, but that could have been the full elimination of American Alpha there. A bit of a disappointing debut if they got hammered that quick, wouldn't it? I was so tempted to have the Young Bucks in this match, you know, but I don't want to overuse the Young Bucks, and they're already going to be involved in so much. But they are the best tag team around, so they probably would be using a lot, wouldn't they, I suppose? I don't know, it's tricky, isn't it? There's James Storm now into a superplex there on Alex Shelley as Sabin slides out the back of Matt Hardy. Oh, James Storm just super kicked everyone. The last call super kick. There's the pin. 1, 2, and no, Matt Hardy able to kick out before the 3 count. Jordan now, nope, Gable now sending James Storm into the corner. Of course, Jordan's already been eliminated. Gable now, there's the Chaos Theory German suplex on James Storm. The referee is not even, the referee's paying too much attention to the submission, which is finally broken up, and now there is the pin. I feel like James Storm's been sat there long enough to be able to break out. He does. Referee. His priorities were not right there, in my opinion. I mean, the submission was locked in before the pin, so I suppose he was going by what was locked in first. But at the same time, I just felt like should have gone for the pin rather than the submission there. Bobby Roode front chancery here on Shelley, who fights free. There's a forearm. I feel like whichever team, whether it's Beer Money or Motor City Machine Guns, can hold on at 2 men for the longest, is going to have the big benefit here. As Sabin dumping Bobby Roode to the outside. Stalking now. A nice drop kick through the bottom rope as there's a very weak looking dragon sleeper hold locked in there by Sabin on Matt Hardy. Matt Hardy now gut wrench suplex and Sabin, who flips straight back up to his feet, no selling it completely. Matt Hardy tripping Sabin over now, looking to drop his body weight on the inside of the knee as Gable just dropping a boot on the arm of James Storm. Bobby Roode dumping Alex Shelley on the apron as now Gable is up on top. Gable, big moonsault onto James Storm. Drops into the pin. 1, 2, and Roode is there to break it up, saving his teammate. There's a pin here by Matt Hardy on Chris Sabin, but Shelley saw it and Shelley broke it up. As Bobby Roode now getting face first into the turnbuckle pad. Matt Hardy rolls to the outside now as well. Bobby Roode with a double R spine buster. Is he going to go into a pin? He does. It's a pretty slow bit of movement there, but it could still be enough to eliminate American Alpha. It is. Chad Gable is gone. And we are down to 2 members of Machine Guns, 2 members of Beer Money, and 1 Hardy. But there's the glorious DDT. 2, 3. That's 1 member of the Machine Guns gone. James Storm drops into the pin on Shelley. That's only a 2 count though. But Beer Money now in a very strong position. We've got 2 members of Beer Money, 1 Machine Gun and 1 Hardy. James Storm with a DDT on Shelley. A boot right in the gut as Bobby Roode taking Matt Hardy up on the outside. Hardy able to break free. At this point in time, it's looking very, very likely that Beer Money are going to be our first Impact Tag Team Champions. However, nice suplex there by Shelley. Dragon Storm away from the ropes. If this is a successful pin, then this could break this match wide open. Once again, it is. James Storm's eliminated. We're down to Shelley, Matt Hardy, and Bobby Roode. Whoever wins this miniature triple threat will walk away with the Tag Team Championships for their team. Wow. Beer Money thought they had the match under control, but Alex Shelley had completely different ideas. Shelley now wrenching back at the arm of Bobby Roode. Roode fighting free with the right hands right in the gut. And Roode now with a backbreaker on Shelley. Brings him back up to his feet. Matt Hardy fighting back though, and Matt Hardy now taking Shelley up onto his shoulders, drop him face first on the apron, but now Bobby Roode bringing Matt Hardy up and dropping him into that cutter on the outside. Remember, this is elimination, but pinfalls and submissions only count inside the confines of the ring. As Roode throwing Matt Hardy back in. Slamming him against that metal framework around the outside of the ring. A boot across the chest there by Bobby Roode on Matt Hardy as well. Roode bringing Hardy back up. Has Hardy with a jawbreaker. Shane now bringing Matt Hardy up and dumping him to the outside. And joins him out there. I don't know why they're doing this. They need to stay inside the ring. That's where you're going to be able to eliminate your opponents, not outside. And Bobby Roode seems to understand that and throws Matt Hardy back in the ring. And again, just slamming him on that metal metal framework around the ring. As Shane now went for the super kick, Matt Hardy avoids. Shane now looking for the front chancery and then rolling Matt Hardy through into a submission, but Bobby Roode's having none of it. He just catch Shelley in the back. Shelley taking Roode down. Matt Hardy side effect out of nowhere on Shelley. There's the pin. 1, 2, and 3, and Shelley's been eliminated. We're down to our final 2. Bobby Roode catches Matt Hardy up into a vertical suplex, held him there, let him think about it up in the air, and now Roode stalking Matt Hardy. Are we looking at our first tag team champion? No, Hardy breaks free. There's a A clothesline on Bobby Roode. Now brings Roode back up to his feet. Matt Hardy. Oh, I thought it was going to look for a twist of fate there. Went for a neck breaker instead. Now locking in the headlock. Big elbows right in the head of Bobby Roode. Hardy bringing Roode back up. Looking for the side effect. Roode taking him down there. Roode now bringing Matt Hardy back up to his feet. Into the double R spinebuster. Bobby Roode very, very slow to try and get down. Trying to pull Matt Hardy away from the ropes. There's the pin. 1, 2. Only a 2 count. Nice cutter there by Bobby Roode. Now Roode looking for the glorious DDT. There it is. 1, 2. And no, it's only a 2. Wow. Matt Hardy showing incredible resilience to kick out there on a 2. Bobby Roode now heading up top. This is risky for him. Not quite sure what he's going for. It's a big knee drop. Crazy knee drop. There's the pin. And that is enough. And Beer Money are going to be your first tag team champions here on Impact Wrestling. And I couldn't think of a better team to represent Impact than Beer Money. 2 guys who have been at Impact Wrestling for a very, very long time. Showcased incredible tag team as well as singles ability. And now here they are as our tag team champions. Disappointing debut for American Alpha. They would have hoped to have done more on their debut, but I'm sure this is not the end for them. I'm sure there's more we can do with them. Like I said, potentially adding the likes of Kurt Angle to that stable to lead it, I think would be very good. But there we go, your tag team champions, Beer Money. And these are good belts on Impact. I'm liking these belts a lot. So it'll be interesting to see over the next month or so then who puts themselves forward to have an opportunity at these tag team championships. There you go. Your first champions then, Beer Money. And here we go then. Pentagon Jr. versus Eric Young. Good old EY back in Impact Wrestling. EY, I feel, is like someone who could potentially look at a main event option as well. Be interesting what does happen. I feel like we do... I don't know. I would like to have more of a mid-card championship here on Impact. They don't really have one, do they? I mean, they still have the Grand Championship. Is that something they still have, or... Even that was weird, though, wasn't it? It wasn't a normal belt. It was a bit odd, wasn't it? Let's have a look. Impact Wrestling Championship belts. There we go. Impact Championship. List of current Impact Wrestling champions. There we go. That'll do. Champions are... So we've got the Impact X Division Tag Team Knockout. So we've got no other belts, have we? Just seems like we're one short. You know, I feel like we should have an upper mid-card championship. I mean, the X Division could technically be that, but the X Division is sort of limited to who can compete for it, really. So I would like to maybe have a more mid-cardy sort of belt, because people like EY might struggle to get into the main event picture, especially when we bring some of the other names in, such as Bobby Lashley and Drew McIntyre and those sort of names. EC3, of course, as well. Bobby Roode and James Storm could fight for the main event, but of course as tag team champions now, I don't normally like to do double champions, so they probably won't. But yeah, it does sort of throw a bit of a question out there, doesn't it, about... where people like EY are going to fit in. Is EY just going to be some sort of middle grounder, or I'm not quite sure what to do with him, to be honest. I don't know, we'll have to see what happens. Cross that bridge when we come to it, I suppose. Nice crucifix bomb there by EY. This would be a massive win for him against Pentagon, who is very well thought of as one of the top men in this universe mode. After this match, we will have our X Division Championship match as well, an 8-man elimination scramble. We're going to see some more debuting names in that one, I believe. And quite a few returns as well. As EY take in Pentagon up into a suplex. Pentagon rolling now to the outside. Trying to catch a breath, but EY is there. Just waiting for some reason instead of continuing the assault. Not quite sure why he did that, but Pentagon now taking EY up. Wow, into possibly the quickest Project Champ I've ever seen in my life. That was so quick. Just a powerbomb onto the knees. Pentagon now stomping on the gut as well before dropping a boot on the arm. Another boot on the arm before wrenching back now at the neck of EY. Pentagon sending EY off the far ropes, ducks underneath. Looking for that super kick, EY able to just about avoid it. But Pentagon catches him with the arm drag and then down with that stiff right hand as well. Pentagon with the boot in the spine of EY. There's the pin. 1, 2. Only a 2 count, but that's quite a bit for this time of the match. It's pretty early in to get a 2 count. Pentagon looking very good here today, though. Dominating the match. EY had some pretty strong moments at the beginning, but since then Pentagon has really taken full control. Now Pentagon, nice takedown then. EY keeps the grip for the pin, and Pentagon gets a very quick victory here over EY Eric Young. Wow. Pentagon dominating EY here. And like I said, Pentagon is one of the top names on this universe mode. Part of several rosters. And he's showing exactly why here with that strong performance. Big boot in the spine there of EY as well. Yeah, EY had a few moments at the very beginning, but he just never really pulled out the bag, did he? It was always sort of Pentagon in control. Once Pentagon got the control, he just dominated. And EY never really saw a way back into the match. But there we go. Win for Pentagon. Momentum for Pentagon. And we'll have to consider what we do with Pentagon in this universe mode here as well with Impact Wrestling. I feel like he's someone who, again, could be fighting for the TNA Impact Championship. I spoke about earlier about Eric Young being part of that main event picture. But after this dominant performance here by Pentagon, I think it's Pentagon who's definitely making more of a push for that. Let's wait and see what happens, I suppose. Give him a few more opportunities. And here we go, the 8-man elimination scramble to become the first X Division champion here in this universe mode. We have got, in no particular order, Tony Nese, Frankie Kazarian, Mustafa Ali, Desmond Xavier, Rich Swann, Roderick Strong, TJ Perkins, and our current Combat Zone Wrestling Wired champion, of course, Fenix. I've just realised for some reason Swann is still wearing his jacket while wrestling. I don't know why people can't get this right. I mean, it's simple, isn't it? So, Rich Swann jacket. So I'm just writing notes so I remember what I'm doing. And there was also Naito's attire, wasn't there? I need to fix as well. Oh, God. I can't, you know. I don't know how people can't. It's such a simple thing to do. It's just, I don't know why they're not done it. Because these people are obviously good enough to make such great looking cores. But just that little thing that just they not seem to have done, I don't know. I shouldn't moan because literally these people have done all this really cool stuff. They made these really fantastic wrestlers. I'm just taking advantage of it all, but hey ho. Yeah, so 8-man elimination. Last man standing will be our first X Division champion here in this universe mode. Which if it's Fenix will make him a double champion. Our first double champion so far in this universe. Holding the Combat Zone Wrestling Wired Championship as well. Nice suplex there by Desmond Xavier on Fenix. Fenix back up on his feet and catching Desmond now. Taking him through. Fenix now dropping the boot on the arm of Desmond Xavier as well. Rich Swann the far side there with Mustafa Ali. Tony Nese on the left-hand side alongside Xavier and Roderick Strong. And TJ Perkins going out. Of course, TJ Perkins worked with Impact quite a few times over the years. Especially, I think, mainly as his role as Manic for a while. During the Hulk Hogan era. Was pretty cool. But yeah, he worked some bits and bobs. So I think TJ Perkins was one of the very first shows I ever watched, I think. I think it was a PWG show, and he was only like early 20s then, but I think he started wrestling like well on the indies when he was like 15, 16 years old. So he was, they used to call him in PWG the youngest, what was it, the youngest journeyman? Something like that, I don't know. The youngest legend? I've got no idea. Still on them sort of lines. The youngest, most experienced? I've got no idea. I thought I remembered it, and I can't remember it now. I'm babbling, it's terrible, isn't it? Either way, nice leg drop there. Mustafa Ali on Rich Swann as now Fenix stalking Desmond Xavier. Desmond flies into the ring. Mustafa Ali gets from the back of Fenix into a German suplex, bridges for the pin. Only a 1 count. I'm a bit disappointed, you know. I had my heart set on doing this Unbreakable pay-per-view. Because of course, the main event of Unbreakable 2005, I think it was the AJ Styles, Samoa Joe, Christopher Daniels match for the X Division Championship, which was arguably the best match Impact have ever had. But when I went on the community creations, Unbreakable was not one that was available, so I've had to create this arena myself, which is why it's not very good. As I've said, I'm not the best at doing these sort of things. Nice German suplex there by Frankie Kazarian on Fenix. Kazarian now dumping Rich Swann to the outside. That's back fist there by Desmond Xavier, who's had a pretty decent start in this universe mode so far as well. Of course, the Rascals working for Lucha Underground as well as here on Impact. TJP now in the ring alone with Roderick Strong. Trying to take advantage of the situation. Roddy there with the boot in the gut of TJP. Into a belly-to-belly suplex. Roddy into the pin on TJP. There's only a 1 count. Wow. Mustafa Ali slides back into the ring now as well. Their forearm on Roderick Strong as in comes Rich Swann as well. Rich Swann now taking TJP up into a... well, looking for a butterfly powerbomb by the looks of it, but TJP rolled it through into a Hurricanrana. As Fenix now DDT on Mustafa Ali on the apron. Desmond Xavier now heading up to the top. They're taking it in turns here. Desmond Xavier went for the corkscrew, but he missed, and Tony Nese went up to the top, and Nese decided against it as well. Saw what happened to Desmond Xavier and didn't want to take the risk. Nice super kick there by Xavier on Roderick Strong. As TJP heads up top. TJP now looking for the 450, and Rich Swann rolls out the way as well. So much action. No eliminations as of yet, though. Spinning neckbreaker by Desmond Xavier on TJ Perkins. Nese just dropping Roderick Strong on the back of his head as well. Xavier now taking TJP down hard. Nese just pushing Rich Swann, off the top, crashing to the outside. There's a pin by TJP on Desmond Xavier, but the referee pushed it into the ropes and made it a rope break. Stupidity there by the referee, I must say. As Xavier now slides back in the ring, as does TJP, Mustafa Ali, and now Fenix as well. Seems to go a little period of time where everyone leaves the ring, then everyone slides back in again. TJP now with Xavier up on his shoulders, dropping the boot right in the head. Sold up by Roderick Strong, and nice double kicks to the back of the head of Kazarian as well, alongside TJ Perkins. There's a pin by Strong on Kazarian. 1, 2, and 3. And Frankie Kazarian is the first man eliminated from this match by Roderick Strong. We're down to 7. Roderick Strong now going after Tony Nese. There's the powerbomb. Holds it for the pin. 1, 2, and 3. And Strong eliminates a second in the matter of 30 seconds. Boot to the face of Rich Swann. And Roderick Strong looking incredibly strong here, if you ignore the pun, by eliminating 2 people in short time. Mustafa Ali now bringing Fenix back up to his feet, sends Fenix into the corner now. Fenix fighting back with the elbow in the face of Mustafa Ali. Desmond Xavier rolling TJP through. 1, 2. Oh, I need a 2 count. Strong now, Saito suplex on TJP. That's Fenix dropping. Oh no, actually locking Mustafa Ali into the Tree of Woe. As a frog splash there by Desmond Xavier on TJP. Fenix now taking Desmond Xavier down in the Russian leg sweep. Nice hip toss there by Desmond Xavier on Fenix, as now Roderick Strong and TJP looking face to face. TJP sent to the outside. Nice Northern Light suplex here by Fenix on Desmond Xavier. Enough for a 2 count though. Rich Swann slides back in the ring, still yet to remove his jumper. Or his jacket, should I say. Reverse Rana on Desmond Xavier, who rolls to the outside. All 5 people on the outside of the ring now. Mustafa Ali on his own, though. Quite smartly, I think, actually. Fenix can't figure out how to re-enter the ring. He's figured it out now. He needed TJP to show him how to do it, didn't he? Nice standing moonsault there by Fenix on Roderick Strong. Dropping a boot on the back of the arm now as well. Rich Swann now, belly to back drop. Reverse DDT by Mustafa Ali on Desmond Xavier. Roderick Strong has got both eliminations so far. Looking to try and get a third as he goes into the pin. Only a 2 count. Swanakarana from the top. And there's the Canadian Destroyer by Fenix on Roderick Strong. Roddy's got both the eliminations so far, but this could be him out of the way. But no, the referee's been knocked down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. A double pinfall there by Fenix on Roderick Strong. But the referee was inadvertently knocked down, which has saved Roderick Strong in this match now. Roddy was hit by that big Canadian Destroyer. That's an armbar here by Fenix on Roddy. Now the referee is back up. But Roddy's able to break free from the submission. Fenix now sending Strong into the corner. Looking to follow up with a drop kick, but Strong avoids it. Fenix, nice hip toss. Both guys back up to their feet. Roddy now taking Fenix up onto his shoulders into that big gutbuster. Roddy drops into the pin. 1, 2, And 3. There goes Fenix, eliminated by Roderick Strong as well. Roddy's eliminated all 3 people so far that have been knocked out of this match. That's very impressive by Strong, who's now stalking Desmond and Xavier. There's that big running boot. But Desmond and Xavier very smartly roll into the outside. As a standing Spanish fly from the top by Mustafa Ali on TJP. And TJP rolls to the outside. Mustafa Ali now spinning neckbreaker on Rich Swann, who now rolls to the outside as well. It's a pin by Mustafa Ali on Roderick Strong. And there's Roddy. Roddy's gone. We're down to our final 4. Rich Swann, Mustafa Ali, Desmond and Xavier, and the other guy. I can't remember who the other guy is. He's on the far side somewhere. Who is it? TJP, of course. TJP. Nice sit-out powerbomb there by Mustafa Ali on Rich Swann. A boot in the spine as well. Mustafa Ali heading now up to the top. Does he have planned here? Something pretty crazy, I should imagine. Inverted 450, maybe? Yep, right on cue. Inverted 450 on Rich Swann. There's the pin by Mustafa Ali. 1, 2. Only a 2 count. Desmond and Xavier now up on the top. I don't know who came out on top of that, to be honest. That looked like a best from everyone's angle, to be honest with you. Rich Swann, nice boot right in the face of TJP. As Desmond and Xavier's back up on his feet, but he's shaken. Swann now dropping a boot on the back of the arm of TJP once again. Desmond and Xavier fighting back, but there's a boot in the gut by Swann. Swann now, it's a stunner. A stunner by Rich Swann on Desmond and Xavier. Oh, Swann was looking for that jumping 450, I think. But TJP saw it coming. Sending Xavier off the far rope, looking for a dropkick. At Xavier able to avoid it. Nice running neckbreaker by Xavier on TJP. Trying to bring TJP back up, but TJP tripping him over. TJP now stalking. Oh, spike DDT on the apron on Desmond and Xavier. Damage has been done, but the problem is on the outside of the ring, so you can't pin. You have to be inside the ring to pin, of course. He does throw him back in now as Mustafa Ali wearing a pretty hefty crimson mask. TJP went for the springboard dropkick. Desmond and Xavier slaps him away. Desmond and Xavier now clothesline into the corner. Nice dropkick there by Desmond and Xavier on Mustafa Ali. Front chancery on TJP into the Russian leg sweep. As Rich Swann is up top. And Desmond and Xavier is up top. Swann, oh, hits his, but Xavier misses his. Nice DDT by Rich Swann as well. TJP fighting Swann back. TJP having to fight from every angle as 2 men going after him. And all of a sudden Rich Swann teaming up with TJP for a moment until he gets into this head scissors, taking down TJP. Swann with a clubbing blow across the back of Desmond and Xavier. Now looking for nice takedown, hooks the leg. This should be an elimination. 2, no, only a 2 count. Wow. Mustafa Ali slides back in the ring now as well. Rich Swann catches Mustafa Ali in the front chancery. Mustafa Ali breaks free and then Swann catches him, takes him down, drops a knee right in the back of the arm. Mustafa Ali, strong right hand. Now Desmond Xavier gets on the back of Rich Swann. Oh, Swann was just dropped there. Nice German bridges for the pin on Desmond. It's Xavier. Oh, almost an elimination there by Mustafa Ali on Desmond. It's Xavier. Saito suplex there by Rich Swann. Mustafa Ali now heading up to the top, looking inverted 450, but Desmond Xavier got his knees up. TJP with a boot to the side of the head of Rich Swann. There's the pin. 1, 2, and 3, and Rich Swann's eliminated. We're down to a final 3 in this match. Mustafa Ali, TJP, and Desmond Xavier. TJP bringing Mustafa Ali back up to his feet and just hasn't got the strength to lift him. Xavier has though. Spins around, drops him face first. But Mustafa Ali has the wherewithal to roll to the outside. And TJP going after Desmond. Xavier drops him on the knees. There's the pin. 1, 2, and 3. The elimination of Desmond Xavier. We're down to our final 2 then. TJP and Mustafa Ali. We've got the return in TJP and the debut in Mustafa Ali. But which one of these two men is going to walk out the first X Division champion in this Impact Universe mode? Nice Hurricanrana there. By TJP on Mustafa Ali. Super kick as well by TJP. And now, nice head scissors takedown as well. And TJP looking incredibly strong here today. Once again, just bringing Mustafa Ali back up to his feet, then into the ring. TJP slides in after him. There's a boot in the spine. TJP now going into the pin. His feet are up on the ropes. Only a 2 count though. Mustafa Ali unhappy with the fact the feet were on the ropes. And TJP taking Mustafa Ali up now into a jackknife. Wow. A jackknife powerbomb by TJ Perkins. I don't know why he hasn't gone for the pin there, to be honest. Obviously thinking more damage is needed. As he takes Mustafa Ali up on his shoulders. Into that boot to the side of the head. That could be enough to make TJP our first X Division champion in this universe. It's not. It's only a 2. TJP now in with the arm breaker. TJP now dragging Mustafa Ali across once again. Still only a 2 count. A boot to the back of the head now of Mustafa Ali before just twisting away at the neck. Which one of these two men will walk away with the championship? Mustafa Ali now taking TJP up in the corner. Is he going to go standing Spanish fly here? I think he is, you know. He is! Wow! Standing Spanish fly by Mustafa Ali, who's now heading up to the top. Looking at the 450, but TJP got the knees up. Mustafa Ali now just draping TJP across the middle rope. Nice drop kick to the back. Mustafa Ali heading up to the top. Looking inverted 450, hits it. Drops into the pin. 1, 2, and 3. And Mustafa Ali is your first X Division champion here in the Impact Universe mode. There we go. It was a big match. It was a long match, but it was definitely worth it. Of course, we're not going to do massive 8-man matches that often. It's just the beginning to try and crown our first champions and so forth. But I'm quite happy with that, making his debut in this universe mode. I think Mustafa Ali is another man we could see in several places. There's a lot of actions for him. It's going to take ages for the replays. No, maybe not. It's going to cut them off. But there we go. Mustafa Ali is victorious. He wore a crimson mask for a large portion of that match. But still walks away the X Division champion. And here we go then. Jay Lethal versus John Morrison. Now this one is a bit of a spin-off from our previous episode earlier on in the week. Now, what happened was Jay Lethal was due to take on Christopher Daniels, Johnny Mundo, or John Morrison was due to take on AJ Styles, though Samoa Joe interfered in both of those matches, leading to disqualification victories for both Daniels and Styles. To sort of even things up at the end of the night, we did Styles, Daniels, and Kazarian versus Joe, Lethal, and Morrison. Now, in that match, there was a bit of friction between the team of Lethal and Morrison. Both men were hoping to make a big impression on that episode. Both had that impression stole from them because of the Samoa Joe disqualification. And both, there was a bit of friction in the main match. I think at one point, Lethal actually took out John Morrison. And it was a bit disappointing for them, but this is their big opportunity now to showcase what they can both do. Now, both of these guys, as I discussed earlier on as well, will be looking to get themselves into a main event picture here in Impact, and it'll be interesting what happens with Mundo recently as well. I keep calling him Johnny Mundo. I'm just used to it now from his Lucha Underground days, but of course Morrison is no longer with Impact, as is Taya no longer with Impact either, and LAX. I believe from what I read today, Morrison's not interested in going to WWE or AEW, whereas LAX are very interested in doing that. So it'll be interesting to see what happens with Morrison. We'll keep him as part of Impact here anyway, for now. But I can see him having some opportunities elsewhere. I'd like to see him as part of AEW on our roster here, I think. It'll be pretty good. As Morrison just pinging Jay Lethal back in. Of course, Jay Lethal is also part of our Ring of Honor Universe mode and New Japan as well. Morrison bringing Lethal back up, now onto his shoulder. Rolls him through. And of course, don't forget, we still have the main event of the evening for you after this one as well. That triple threat between AJ Styles, Samoa Joe, and Christopher Daniels to crown our first Impact champion. Our third and final championship match of the night. Of course, we've already got Beer Money as our tag team champions. We've already got Mustafa Ali as our X Division champion. Nicely by Morrison, just rolling Jay Lethal through over and over again. Now Morrison just stalking Lethal. Nice overhand punch right to the head of Lethal before trying to drag him leg first, but Lethal was there and managed to break free before dropping an elbow into the heart of John Morrison. Lethal now, nice leg breaker. Now Lethal will actually be part of a championship match next weekend. Of course, he'll be part of our Ring of Honor pay-per-view, Best in the World, as he will be taking on... Oh, I've not got the paperwork in front of me. Who is it? Mike Bennett and Austin Aries to be crowned the first Ring of Honor television champion. I think that's right anyway. So that should be pretty interesting. As Lethal now looking to head up to the top. Is he thinking big elbow? He is thinking big elbow. And he hits it as well on Morrison. Lethal drops into the pin. Will it be enough? 1, 2. No. Not enough. Lethal now stalking the ground in Morrison. This could be a very short match here if Lethal can pull this out the bag. He takes Morrison down now, looking for the figure 4 leg lock. It's locked in. Is Morrison going to be able to break free? Morrison rolls it over straight away. Of course, Morrison, with his parkour background, incredibly strong legs, able just to roll that straight through. And of course, when you roll the figure four, it reverses all the pressure into the legs of the person who locked it in. Lethal now bringing Morrison back up, but Morrison sends Lethal now into the corner. Morrison now taking Lethal up onto the top. Lethal fighting free with a knee in the face. Now into a Blue Thunder bomb. Holds it for a pin. Only a 2 count. Morrison able to kick out still. As Lethal now just wrenching back at the neck of John Morrison. Morrison breaking free though, now catching Lethal up onto his shoulders before dropping him into a backbreaker. And Morrison just standing here now, not quite sure what to do next by the looks of it. He's got it standing. Spanish fly by John Morrison. Now stalking the grounded Jay Lethal. Into that cravat style neck breaker. There's the pin. 1, 2, and 3. And John Morrison comes out of a strong win here. You know what? I didn't think that was going to happen. The way that match was going, I thought this had Jay Lethal win written all over it. But Morrison, very strong from him. A great victory. And that will definitely strengthen his position in championships. And he's had a decent time so far. But, of course, he'll be part of this and Lucha Underground. Potentially AEW, like I said. It'd be interesting to see whether Morrison can get himself in a championship picture. Again, it'd be perfect if Impact had a mid-card belt. But they haven't, have they? Let's have a look at that. Maybe there's something I can find that we could use as a mid-card belt. And that's what it's for. The Impact World Championship. Probably one of the better belts we've got in this universe mode, actually. I'm pretty happy with that one. The referee holds up high, pretending he's won it. AJ Styles, Samoa Joe, Christopher Daniels. Triple threat match. A rehash from Unbreakable 2005. Samoa Joe, of course, interrupted both of their matches on Impact, which led to a 6-man tag match on Impact, and I can imagine he's going to have to pay for that a little bit here. Although both Daniels and Styles are going for each other as well, I thought they might team up against Joe for a bit, to be honest. Try and get some retribution as Joe now, dropping Daniels on his knees. That looks so painful. Now Joe taking Styles down as well. Of course, Joe is scheduled to be fighting for the Ring of Honor Heavyweight Championship next week as well. So Joe could walk away with 2 belts. Could be Joe 2 belts this time next week. But of course, there's lots of people standing in his way. Daniels and AJ Styles here today. And of course, there's a fatal 4-way next week at Ring of Honor as well. Joe bringing AJ Styles back up to his feet now. Into the corner, face first. A knee in the spine of AJ. Before Samoa Joe just dragging Styles away from the ropes. Dropping an elbow right on the inside. The knee of Styles now dropping into a pin. 1. Only a 1 count. Joe now suplexing Christopher Daniels. A boot in the spine as well. Bringing Daniels back up to his feet, but Daniels taking Joe down now with an arm drag. Daniels front chancery here on AJ Styles, trips him down before dropping knees right on the inside the knee of AJ Styles. Daniels now just a back rake on AJ as well. AJ, nice running drop kick right on Christopher Daniels. AJ springing off the rope into a knee right in the face of Daniels. AJ now nice right hand in the face of Joe. Joe fights back and taking Styles down. Running dropkick, then just clotheslining Christopher Daniels. Well, Joe is looking like an absolute force to be reckoned with here tonight. Absolute force to be reckoned with. Daniels back up on his feet now, catching Joe with the jawbreaker. Nice step up into Guri. A boot in the back of the arm before Daniels dropping a boot again in the back of the arm of Samoa Joe. Just clever maneuver, because if you can damage the arm of Joe, you can definitely remove some of the pressure he can put on with that Coquina clutch. AJ just comes running through there with a big clothesline, taking both men down. AJ now sending Daniels to the outside. Nice forearm right in the face. Now AJ taking Daniels up and dropping him spine first across the apron. Wow, that looked brutal. That did. AJ looking for a boot in the gut of Christopher Daniels, but Daniels fighting back. Lots of stiff forearms, and wow, what a slap to the face that was by Joe. And a big uppercut on Christopher Daniels as well, and Joe once again just demolishing both of his opponents here in this match. Joe now bringing Daniels back up to his feet. Sends Daniels flying back into the ring. And slamming him face first into the apron. And Joe now looking for the Uranage and just throws AJ Styles right on top of Christopher Daniels. And this could be it. No. AJ able to kick out, but wow, Samoa Joe is looking like an absolute beast here tonight. Daniels is grounded as Joe now locks in the Coquina clutch here on AJ Styles. Styles needs to really depend on, I was going to say Daniels to save him, but Styles was able just to force a hand in the lock and stopping it from being locked in. Daniels here, Blue Thunder bomb on AJ Styles. Now Daniels going for a pin. Joe's got his back to it, and Joe comes across and breaks it up before anything can happen. Now Joe looking for the pin, and Daniels breaks it up straight away. Joe with the right hand in the face of Daniels. Now there's a front chancery, and just the boots in the face of Daniels. Daniels fighting free there over a boot in the back of the leg, then into a big clothesline. Now Daniels heads up top. Christopher Daniels on top. Is he looking BME? No. He's also looking at AJ Styles as well. Oh, Christopher Daniels. Mate, if you'd hit the BME there, you had a chance to become the Impact Champion. Instead, you just look like a right tit now. A right tit. He had Joe down on the floor, he had AJ stood up, and he managed to land in between the two of them, which is really quite special, to be honest with you. It really is. Right, AJ up on top now with Joe, hitting the Frankensteiner all the way across the ring. AJ drops into the pin, but Christopher Daniels is back in the ring, breaking it up. Daniels catching AJ in the face with a boot. Now rolls AJ over for the pin. The referee just needs Samoa Joe in the head, I think. Not on purpose, obviously, but he just needs him in the head. Daniels now catching Joe, but Joe able to fight back, taking Daniels down. And again taking Daniels down. Using that judo style of using the own body momentum against themselves. You've always got to have eyes in the back of your head, though, as Daniels now catching AJ. Now Daniels showcasing his strength here with the squats. I tell you what, this is a good position if Daniels were to go for it. He doesn't, he goes into the pin. AJ's foot's under the rope, we can see from here. Luckily, it's not enough for a free count, though. That would have been rather embarrassing for the main event to have someone's foot under the bottom rope. Joe with the Uranage slamming Daniels down to the mat. There's the pin. AJ's grounded. This could be enough to crown our first champion. It is. Samoa Joe wins the match, flattening Christopher Daniels, and becomes the Impact Champion. Wow. I mean, I must admit, it seems very likely. Throughout this match, Joe was very much the dominant person. And it was only a matter of time, wasn't it? I mean, that Uranagi just slamming AJ onto the top of Christopher Daniels was a great maneuver. But the damage had been done throughout the match. Everyone had opportunities, though, didn't they? Everyone had some good opportunities, and I thought even Christopher Daniels looked very likely at one point. If he'd just gone for that BME, then he would have had a great opportunity, but instead he went for a weird crossbody and took himself out of the match, really. And again, if he'd just gone for it here, but instead he went for the pin, only enough for a 2 count. Joe slides straight back in, hits the Uranagi, and Joe is the Impact Champion. There we go. Samoa Joe wins the belt. We have now crowned all of our Impact Champions. Samoa Joe, the Impact Champion. We have got Mustafa Ali as the X Division Champion. And of course, Beer Money are your Tag Team Champions. Well, there we go. That's the end of our Impact Unbreakable pay-per-view. I hope you have enjoyed. Of course, if you have, then please do hit the like button. Of course, subscribe if you want to see some more. We have also got our first Progress show going up live today as well. Of course, tomorrow we've got another Progress show. We've got PWG show, and we've got our Retro WrestleMania. Then we're back into our normal weekly shows from Monday. Of course, if you have enjoyed, like I said, hit that like button. Of course, subscribe if you want to see some more. We're back with Impact on Monday, and I hope to see you all there. And of course, we've got Ring of Honor's pay-per-view next weekend. I've been Sheba Gamer. Thank you much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.